It's time for some hostile therapy. All right, welcome to another episode of Hostile Therapy with your host, Big Red. And again, returning for another episode of Hostile Therapy is
What's up?
Alexa Page.
That's his eye.
What's going on with you, Miss Alexa? Are you causing any hoaxes out there in the city?
Just a couple. You guys have to wait and stay tuned for them.
Well, I just like to put my name out there. I have no affiliation with any of the things she has done of her criminal past, present, or future. So I'm innocent. I'm OJ Simpson,
Screenshot.
95. I'm innocent. No matter what the public opinion says, I'm innocent.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we're going to get into this later on. And I think as we're speaking, they're trying to figure out whether this Jussie Smollett, whatever you want to call him, Justice for Jussie guy, is innocent or not. Allegedly, he caused a hoax where he accused some MAGA hat wearers in Chicago to beat him up and put a nylon rope around his neck because he was a gay black guy. If I got the whole story correct.
Was it nylon?
It was nylon. It looked like a basketball net was around his neck. So to further look like a race because he's gay, black, and he has to play basketball because he's black, of course. So this is even further deep going down the rabbit hole of racism, according to him. But allegedly, I guess, whatever. We got to wait for that response to come out from the courtroom. I suppose it might happen while we're doing the show, and I'll try to check in and see if you see anything. Let me know, but I'll try to see what the verdict is. Once this trial is finally over. Like I said, the jury is deliberating right now as we speak.
Oh no, he's guilty on 5 counts.
Oh, it came out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was wondering what the sentence will be, but yeah, he's guilty.
Okay, I didn't see that. Okay,
Literally just okay.
Save that information. Once we get to it, you say what the counts were. Lying, and lying.
Yeah, pretty much.
We'll see what the sentence is. That's probably not going to come today. It's probably going to come a few days or so from now, maybe a month or so. Yeah. Probably takes a while.
Give him some time to get to South America. Yeah.
Right. First story we're gonna get in before we get into anything serious. Were you a Nintendo fan, Genesis fan growing up?
I was, yes. Love Nintendo. Duck Hunt, Mario, yeah.
Okay. Well, it may interest you and probably sadden you to know that one of the creators of Nintendo and one of the big creators of it on SNES, the Super Nintendo, he passed away yesterday. Masayuki Umura.
Yeah, I can't pronounce his name. Yeah, I heard. It is pretty sad.
Masayuki Umura. I'm saying it correctly. He died at 78. Okay. If I were to collectively have a reaction how people around the nation feel, this is how I would actually respond. When I heard the news, this is how I responded in my heart.
That was low.
But no, there's some good news about it because, of course, he's leaving some family members behind. And I imagine working at Nintendo since its inception and Super Nintendo and whatever else they have now, he left a great will for his family in the background. And here's their response to hearing what he left in the will.
That's a good one.
Right. Well, not all is lost. Even in death, he's still providing entertainment for everybody, right?
I see.
And so is your favorite girl, the Gorilla Glue girl.
OMG. Come on already, girl.
You're back in the news again.
I mean, it's
Almost
over.
seemingly for the same story. She hasn't done it again, but it seems that whatever procedure they did to her hair to get that glue out, which I was shocked when they were able to do it, that she was able to keep her hair intact. I was like, for sure, I thought they were going to have to cut all the hair off. I would think she would have done that anyway, just because. Just start fresh, start new. But, it has nothing to do with, her brain cells. She has the same brain cells she had before the incident. So, yeah, she made a Instagram post about that recently. Take a look.
Hey y'all, so I decided that I was gonna start wearing my real hair. But when I looked at it, I had a gray hair here, a gray hair there. So me thinking that my hair is strong enough to take chemicals, dude, no, it wasn't. I put the dye on, jumped in the shower, rinsing it out, and as I'm rinsing it out, dude, my hair is steady coming out as I'm rinsing my hair out. Look, it's just falling. Look, it falls out in clumps. Watch. Oh shoot. Look, it's just falling out. And I don't even know. It's like it's melted on it, and like I don't even know. Look at it. Like I'm over it. Like look all of it.
OMG. Girl, sit down.
I don't know what doctor she has out there, but I'm reading this article. It says she's going to use doctors this time to use stem cells to help save her hair. Like stem cells, shouldn't they use that for people, or I don't know, going through paralysis, or I don't know, just some other disease or something they could treat. Not hair that you just refuse to get done by a professional. Maybe we send her to you.
She like if I see her don the step of my establishment, I'm I'm good. No, but honestly, I don't even think that was hair dye. I think she put a super perm in her head. Because that's what it looks like when it's coming out. I don't think that was hair dye, and I think she just wants to extend her 5 minutes of fame, and it worked. So 5 more minutes. There you go.
Yeah, 5 more minutes, and who knows what she's going to do next? I mean, she's going to try to keep up in the ante. Pretty soon, she's going to have to replace her whole scalp, and
probably a waxing accident.
Maybe she'll put Gorilla Glue in her underarms next time, and she can't do this anymore because they'll be glued shut.
I hope not.
I mean, would you be surprised? I mean, this is the same person who owns a daycare.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust my children with her. No.
Like I've always said, I'm like, this is the same person that is in the care of children you have to stop from eating glue. She's putting it in her head. And you trust her. I don't know if she still has the daycare, but I would be surprised that anybody would still put kids into that daycare at this point.
She's a full disaster. Yeah.
Lord,
she probably gets all kind of endorsements.
At this point, she had a song. She had a song out at one point. She's trying to do music.
I heard. I heard about this song, but I still have not been moved to listen. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not moved by anything she does, but it's probably going to sell. She's trying to follow the lines of I think we talk about the Catch Me Outside girl.
Yes, exactly.
But I think you made a point was she was young, and she had a lot of people backing her when she was on the field show, and she has a lot of people that want to talk like her. I don't know if anybody wants to be like Gorilla Glue girl.
No gorillas, no glue. I'm good.
Yeah, you're usually supposed to do something with a product that helps them look good. This doesn't help them at all. Sometimes you can do something infamous and become more famous for it. You know, like what's her name? Tanya Hardin. Remember Tanya Hardin from the 90s, the one that hit Nancy Kerrigan in the legs. She was an Olympic skater and she beat the crap out of, well, she has somebody go beat the crap out of her. And, you know, she became infamous for that. Now, years later, it's decades later, she's kind of, people have a soft spot for her now. They started to hear her backstory of how she was abused and how she was, you know, made to go into skating, and her mama ridiculed her and, you know, talked bad about her. And, you know, she just she had a rough childhood or whatever. And now people, I don't want to say love her to death, but they got a soft spot for her. And she's done a few commercials. She did a direct TV commercial, I think.
Wow.
So, you know, she's cool now. She's one of those redeeming stories that makes you think no matter what you go through, no matter how bad of a crime you committed in the past, I'm sure there's something you can't go through, but no matter how bad a crime you committed in the past, you can redeem yourself unless you're Michael Vick or OJ.
Yeah, I'm not going. I'm sorry, I'm not going. I mean, I'm not saying she should be denied, you know, forgiveness, but no.
You mean the Gorilla Glue girl or Tanya Hardin?
Tanya Hardin.
I don't know. I said she was. I know. I mean, it was a terrible thing. She was in her 20s when that happened. I mean, shoot, and she's in her 40s, probably 50s now. I imagine. Yeah, she's probably in her 50s now. I'm sure she regrets a lot of things that happened that she did. I tend not to like looking at people like they're just inherently evil. That sometimes they go through stuff that. Well, I think everybody goes through something that turns them to go the bad route. You know, it still is your responsibility to change or to not go that route, whatever. You know, you can't just do whatever you want to do just because, you know, because R. Kelly, people talk about his childhood where he was molested. And I'm sure the person molested him did the same thing too. You can't keep doing the same things over and over again and not learn to change or whatever. And all I've understood about his life and what's happening now, he's in denial that it even happened. You know, sociopath. Some people might would call him. But if you're never able to look yourself in the mirror and change whatever you're doing, then you're a lost cause. You know, if Tanya Hardin, whatever, you know, admits to what she did and says she's sorry for what she did, and you know, proactively tried to change herself, then, you know, all power to her, whatever. You know, but some people just keep doing the same thing over and over again and expect, you know, good to come out of whatever. Gorilla Glue girl, if you continue to use Gorilla Glue in your hair or continue to do these idiotic things and want to keep your scalp or hair, for that matter, you're going to keep getting the same result. You keep doing things like this, you're gonna lose more than hair. You're gonna lose your life. Let a professional do it.
Well, that's her business now. It's her business.
Anything else you plan on doing in your life, let a professional do it. I don't know if you're a great driver.
We're expecting another mess up from her, and so she has to deliver. So that's her brand.
That's sad though.
That's her brand. She wanted to roll with it. You know, she could have just stopped at the glue. Stop at the glue.
She's like the female Charlie Brown. You keep putting the football in front of her, and she keeps falling for it every time. She keeps missing the football every time. She'll never learn. She'll continue doing it for 40 or 50 years, all along. Peanuts, Charlie Brown cartoon has been on. He never learns.
I don't think I saw that episode, but yeah.
You say you never saw that episode?
No, I didn't see that one.
Where Charlie Brown misses the football?
Well, I mean, is it one specific one, or is it just like all the time?
It's like every episode he's on, he misses the football. Lucy holds the football for him, and he misses it. Like he's trying to kick a field goal.
I'll have to check that out again. I'm going to have to fact check that. I'm just
like literally every Charlie Brown episode or a comic strip almost where he's.
Now that I think about it, I do kind of remember that happening. But I didn't realize it happened every episode.
Maybe not every, but it's close. It's very close. That's like something those two are known for. And especially Charlie Brown. She holds the football and she says, I'm not going to move the football this time. And he falls for it. He goes for the kick. She moves it out the way. He busts his ass.
Charlie
And
Brown.
that is Gorilla Glue Girl with, products in her hair.
Now we know what to expect. Maybe she'll give us something with the skin next time. Who knows?
Lord have mercy. Please don't. Okay. Next story. Joel Osteen. We talked a little bit about before we came on air. Seems to be like one of the nicest people in the world from the outside. He runs a mega church. Is it out of Atlanta? Where is this mega church at?
No, I want to say Texas. I thought it was in.
Yeah, you think you're right. I think it is in Texas because that's where the flooding happened. It's somewhere in Texas. I don't know. It was Houston, Texas. Yeah,
I'm sure it's not Atlanta. No.
Yeah, you're right. I think it's in Texas. So recently, there's a story coming out of his church in Texas or whatever, where a plumber was doing some work in his church, and I guess he had to get behind the walls, I guess for the plumbing or whatever, and he found a nice sum of money. What was it, like $100,000 or so?
I think it was more than that. I want to say 600,000.
600,000. Okay, and well, for whatever reason, he's been catching flack for that. Having that much money behind there, and I guess the plumber was upset that he found the money. He told him about it, and guessing he was wanting some sort of reward for it.
That's funny.
Because it was like, I don't know, he lost his money, and he must have figured somebody put the money back there, and since he found it, he received some of it. I can't imagine why that much money would be back there, unless it was drug money or just you're trying to keep money from the IRS or something like that, or like I told you earlier, maybe it was his version of putting the money in the mattress that old folks or some of the days,
exactly.
And that's his version because he could. I'm about to say he lives in a mansion, so it's not like he couldn't find a place in his house to do it.
Right. I don't think it was him.
Yeah. Did you say it was? I know you said his dad was a minister before him, right?
Right.
Was it a different church or?
I believe so, because his church is like 10 times bigger than his dad's.
Right.
Well, I think it would be a different building. But I mean, just think about it. Like, you have to look at the guy's real net worth and his income. That's chump change. It was probably somebody else in the church. Now, where the money came from, I don't know. But
good God. Oh, yeah, I just looked it up. His net worth is $100 million.
Yeah. So, why would he risk all that ridicule? And, it just doesn't add up. Probably somebody in this church. Hey, maybe it could have been one of the deacons or something, Right. Deacon do wrong.
Yeah. $100 million. I mean, 600,000 to 100 million. That's nothing.
Yeah.
He's going to put that in an offshore bank account, if anything. He's not going to put it in the side of a church.
Yeah,
only 600,000. Yeah, and the guy was pissed at him because he like I said, he wanted a reward to find the money. They eventually gave him something. They gave him 20,000. I mean,
he probably only reported 600,000. He probably said, "Oh, I found 600,000," but really, he probably found 800,000. He already rewarded himself.
You could be right. It could have been a couple million in there. He was like, "Oh, I'm not." And he probably tried to play dumb. I'm not going to get a reward for this.
Yeah, we'll see if he's posting on the gram. If he's posting on the gram in the next couple months, he's gonna lay low. But if he's spending more than 20,000, he found more than 600,000.
Yeah, we'll check his car out and check his house out. If he leaves his home and goes to some sort of mansion, or he leaves and goes to Dubai or something, all of a sudden a plumber going to Dubai all of a sudden.
Right.
Yeah, he got a little bit more than 20,000.
He tipped himself. He blessed himself.
Right. Well, let me ask you something then, because I'm sure you've seen these scenarios happen before where somebody has found like a bag of money that somebody dropped and it's been filled with maybe 6 figures, 7 figures, and the person will turn it in to the police or something like that, and they may not get anything out of it. If you found like $1 million just in a bag in the middle of, I don't know, a grocery store parking lot, is your first instinct to say, turn this in, or are you taking that bag home?
I don't believe in accidents. And if I come across $1 million, I feel like that's the universe giving me what I deserve. Now, if someone's like, looking for it and it's like legit money, like it's not, tied to any crime or something like that, which it wouldn't be.
We don't know though. We don't know. That's a lot of money to be in a duffel bag in the middle of a grocery store.
It wouldn't be tied to a crime. It would be tied to a crime. I mean, if it was all the way clean, you're not going to have no millions in a duffel bag. So I feel like, maybe I was put in that position to make that person rethink their life a crime.
That's a way to think about
it. Yeah. No, I ain't turning it in. No, that's not happening.
I'm glad you're being honest, because I think I would probably keep it myself, or I would do like the plumber guy and be like, "Hey, I found like 20,000 in this bag, right? It actually is $1 million. I found 20,000 in this bag. I want to turn it in,
and then they're gonna come after you for the rest. I mean, you're gonna keep it or not. You can't go back. You can't split it.
I gave the rest to Alexa. She got all the money.
I don't care what nobody says. I have nothing to do with the money he found.
And use my line.
Nothing to do with it. I'm gonna be sipping a Mai Tai on the beach and not answering the phone, sending everybody straight to voicemail. That's what I'm gonna be doing.
You gonna be out of the country, huh?
Yes, immediately.
Out of jurisdiction.
We are relocating immediately.
You just go to another. You'll be finding another state, more than likely.
I'm telling you now, I wouldn't say a word. I would contact my family after I'm secure where I'm at. So I'm straight up, look, I needed to get away.
I'm calling you for bail. You ain't answering the phone. I see how you do.
You played yourself. You can't play yourself.
You see who your real friends are, I swear.
I mean, I wire something to somebody to put on your books, get you some zoom zooms and wham whams. But what can I say?
Give me some cigarettes. I don't smoke.
You could trade them. But yeah.
Yeah, that'll keep you safe for maybe a few years. I see you when you get out. I see you. Just do me like what's the name? Red in Shawshank Redemption.
You know what? I don't even remember that movie. I don't. I need to watch it again. I don't remember it.
It was a classic movie.
I know. I think I fell asleep during it, and I just never watched it again.
How dare you?
I know. I need to watch it. I know it's a good movie, but
Morgan Freeman at his finest when he starts doing narration in his movies.
Was that his first narration?
That's the first one I remember. He might have done something earlier than that, but yeah, that was early 90s, so yeah.
I love his voice. And I also love, who is it? This other guy.
James Earl Jones? No.
Yes. Okay,
I was trying to think of somebody else that does a great narration for movies.
I think he has a Bible app now. He's like reading the Bible. Listen to it.
Right. Now, and then you made me think of Charlton Heston, too.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
10 Commandments.
Oh, okay. That's the original voice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Planet of the Apes. Get your hands off of me, you damn dirty apes.
Now, that's one of my favorite movies.
The old one, the old original one?
The old one is good, but I actually like the new one. I really do. And I especially like, wait, am I mixing two movies up? I am, I think.
Well, they made several. I mean, they made some recently.
The one that Caesar is in. Was that a Planet of the Apes?
That's Planet of the Apes.
Okay, so yeah, that one. Yeah, they have about 2 or 3 of them in. Yeah.
They got like 9, 10 of them, probably.
Really?
Yeah. They made one. Mark Wahlberg, in the early 2000s. I said, of course, Charlton Heston back in the day. There's probably at least 10. Yeah, at least 10.
Oh, okay. I like that one too. I love the ones with Caesar in it because it's like the story evolves.
Mm-hmm.
So like the second one and the third one, now they like having their own problems in the jungle and got their own little thing set up. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, they were like the people. The people were the actual humans, were the actual savages in the movie.
Well, that's what they're trying to portray pretty much. But yeah, in a way, we kind of are. I mean, look at the kind of mess we be doing to these dang animals. Like man, they get the blues.
Let's see how many there are. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah, there's at least 10.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Gotta be.
Now I gotta go see which ones I haven't seen yet.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if they show them all up here. But yeah, that's movie all started all the way back in 1968. Yeah, it's got to at least be 10.
Yeah, the first one, it was like, the storyline was good, but of course they didn't have a lot of graphics.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, they had the rubber face suits or whatever. They had a great ending to it. I love that, the original one.
I don't know if I remember the ending. Was it like
that is your homework? I'm not gonna say it because I know I don't want to spoil it for the people who haven't seen it and probably not gonna look.
They're not gonna watch the original anyway. I mean, I doubt it.
It might be some old school movie enthusiasts in here. There's I like watching old movies every now and then. I mean, shoot, I watched Casablanca for the first time.
Okay.
Yeah, it was this year. I
watch old movies sometimes too, but usually it's because I'm inspired by, something from a new movie, or somebody says this was the first movie that made me want to do this or do that. Like, then I'll go back and find the old movie.
I watch it because I just don't have much cable. So that's all I can find is old.
You still got a VHS?
Whoops, Betamax.
Are you serious? Oh, why do I think you're not joking?
If I had time right now, I'd go show you every VCR I have. Yeah, I said every because I got more than one.
And you still pop tapes in?
I have over 50 some odd tapes.
Wow.
Just random stuff. It might be movies. I have stuff where I probably recorded Fresh Prince still on VHS. I just haven't got it.
OMG.
Yeah, there's something about the old school way it looks on TV, where it's not clear, it's fuzzy, and the sound is off. I like it.
You like imperfect things. Okay.
That's right.
That's what's up.
It's making me reevaluate myself now. Okay. I feel like you called me out for some reason.
Just observation.
Speaking of observation, let me show this one video of this guy and tell me what your reaction is to the guy that he made a TikTok going at Joel Osteen. He didn't say much, but what's your thoughts on this?
Here with Joel Osteen. Hey man, you're a piece of shit, right? 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 Come on, yeah, right? Yeah, Take care, folks.
Oh, he knows.
But what did he say when he was walking away? I was like, I could not catch it.
I don't know.
He said, God bless you.
That's like what he was saying. I mean, he was smiling the whole way. He didn't.
That's what I'm just like. Did he say something nice, or did he say like "forget you"? I couldn't really make it out all the way.
I'm sure he did. He was on camera. He knew he was probably going to be uploaded somewhere on social media. So if he wanted to or not, he doesn't appear like he would say anything bad out the ordinary if he didn't have to. I thought that when I saw this, I thought it was unnecessary. Only because, and we talked about that too, where of course the thing that happened in Texas where he had his church closed to people who needed shelter during the flood, the hurricane that one year that came and the flooding that came, and he had his church closed down to people that needed shelter, right? Mm-hmm. And he caught a lot of flack for that, and probably rightfully so.
Right.
My thing with this is I don't think, unless you are recording yourself having a conversation, telling him why you think he's a piece of shit, why you think he's a bad guy, whatever, you're just doing it for clout.
Right.
You're doing it for likes.
It was team too much. It was team too much.
Yeah. And I can't really get behind that. I mean, if you just, this is all you're going to do, you're going to smile on there on the false pretenses like you really were a fan or something. Yeah, that's why I'm pretty sure he came to him, because he didn't show the part before that. Like, hey, can I take a picture for you? You know, you're a big fan. He probably said something like that.
You think he would have did that to like a rapper or somebody? Heck no. You know?
Exactly. He felt very safe. I just don't agree with that. If you're going to say something, say it. You know, don't act like you're standing up for people telling me, oh, he's a piece of shit, and with a smug smile, you're doing it for likes. And then people going to go up there and talk about, yeah, you're sticking it to Joel Osteen because I can't stand him and I can't stand religion and stuff like that. That doesn't sit well. If you're going to say something, say your piece. Don't just say that and that's all that's going to happen.
Yeah, it wasn't cool. And on another point, when you said about him not letting the people in the church, I know, okay, listen, optics are horrible. The optics are absolutely horrible. But you have to keep in mind there's a lot of things behind the scene you may not know about, just laws and regulations. If people wanted to sleep there overnight, you know, like he would be responsible if anything happened while they were there. Somebody got murdered, raped, anything. If someone died, just, you know, from medical causes, like, you know, you have to take all that into consideration.
I think that was the argument for at least from his PR crew. It's like the Texas police said he could not keep people like that there, because he would be responsible for all the things you just named. And, you know, he couldn't. I don't think he was there during the flood. So if he
might not, that's what people don't know, the whole story. And so it's like, oh, he's a messed up. He's a mega church leader who didn't open his doors. Now there's a part of you that can always go against the law and say, look, no matter what, but you're taking a huge risk. You know, you're taking huge risks. Like, for instance, restaurants. Of course, they would just love to give the food away. But if somebody, you know, food they have to throw away, but if somebody can come back and sue them for getting sick, or, you know, it's hard to protect yourself as a business and as a corporation with all of these different laws and all these back doors where people can come back and, you know, take advantage. And it's just, it's the world we live in. And so you got to always just look at it from both sides. But yeah, I don't think he should have did that no matter what. He shouldn't have came up to him and put him on blast like that. Or, you know, like you said, just say, look, I don't like this and that and that and that, you know, and see if he had a response to it.
Right.
Yeah, and that was a punk move.
And like you said, he knew who to do that to.
Right. Do that to Lil Boosie.
Look here, man. You ain't gonna be hollering in my face, man. Man, I ought to hit you in your damn face, man.
That's a good Boosie impression. But yeah, he ain't gonna do that to the wrong person. Like, okay, he was safe.
Oh boy. Oh, okay. Okay. So the Joel Osteen. This next guy may need prayer for Joel Osteen, and because he pretty much did a punk boo. Okay, what you had pulled up? You had for Jussie Smollett. Could you pull that up? What you found as far as what the guilty verdict was?
Let me see. I was just listening to it, so let me see if I can find an article on it.
Okay. Yeah, again, we're talking about Jussie Smollett. Got in trouble a couple years ago for allegedly faking. Like I said, I'm trying not to get sued. We're talking about, you know, people, you know, getting money off of you. I ain't got much to take unless I find that bag in the parking lot. But
that bag is coming.
Yeah,
keep the faith.
Something's coming. But Jussie Smollett allegedly faked being attacked in the Chicago streets at what I think was like 1, 2 in the morning. Some MAGA hat wearing white people supposedly came to him, beat him down, told him it was MAGA country, called him the F word. I will not say and the N word. For some reason, I'm not saying now. I'm not sure why. I got a conscience now, but and they put a white rope around him, like a nylon rope that you could. I've seen people put on a garage door to pull it down, or like an attic ceiling door to pull down, or a basketball net. That's how about thick the neck, the rope was that was around his neck. Right?
There were Spanx.
Yeah,
I don't know. This was funny.
And he called the police to come to his house. I'm trying to figure out. He had it recorded too. I forgot about it. I never even thought about that. Why did he have the phone recorded? I guess he wanted to show people what really happened. And the police were there. He still had the rope around his neck as they're doing the investigation. And they even say, "Well, you can take the rope out." Yeah. Oh no! I just wanted to make sure y'all see this around my neck. Wink. And he didn't wink, but he might as well have, right? And this led off this firestorm where, when people were saying, "Oh man, look at this. People are attacking black people in the street. And people are attacking gay black people in the street on top of that." And he was using it. He was becoming more famous. Of course, if no one knows, he was on this popular show on Fox called Empire, where pretty much he played himself, because in real life, he's gay, like his characters on the show was gay, and he was a singer on the show, just like in real life. And this was actually propelling him to higher than his usual heights as far as fame is concerned. I don't know. You know his sister? You know who his sister is? Journey Smollett?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I've been knowing about her since, I'm going to say Eve's Bayou, but it was a few movies before that came out she was on. And then, she's had a pretty good acting career thus far. And I'm actually surprised no one turned against her as far as giving her roles because of what he did, but allegedly. But, okay, so for a while, he became a little bit more famous because people were using him as a sympathetic figure. And like, we're behind you, Jussie, justice for Jussie. And he, he's doing speeches and somebody, yeah, we're not going to tolerate this in America. We're going to stop those red hat MAGA wearing haters out there. And he was at this concert. It looks not a concert, but this club. Maybe he did a little concert out there. And at some point he proclaimed himself to be the gay Tupac of this generation.
Oh, that was funny.
Don't do that. Oh my God. Don't do that. You're digging yourself a hole. But the whole time I'm hearing this story and I'm hearing other people who are defending, I'm like, something just does not sit right about me about this story. What you talking about? There's people in the world like that. I'm like, that's hanging people is not a Chicago thing. I just don't hear many stories, especially in modern day society, about people being hung in Chicago, even using a noose for anything, and I could almost believe it because I'm like, that's not the type of rope that you use to hang people. And that's sad that I should even say that. I'm like, you got to get a stronger rope than that. You got black people have strong necks. You got to get stronger rope than just that nylon basketball crap you had. That's not going to hang anybody I don't know how much trees is in the city of Chicago, but where are you hanging from? A light pole? I mean, this just doesn't sound right. This story just doesn't make sense to me. Right. MAGA hat wearing people, yeah, I can see that, but just the way he was making them sound, I'm like, these people sound like they're from here. They sound like they're from North Carolina or somewhere in the South. They don't sound like they're from Chicago. I would imagine they would just like put hands on, which they allegedly did. Mm-hmm. But the story kept progressing, and next thing you know, someone came about and said that Jussie Smollett faked his way into the hearts of people by hiring these two African immigrants who did a staged walkthrough of the attack before the attack actually happened. These two guys were supposed to have been his personal trainers at some point. Now I'm finding out in this trial that allegedly Jussie said he had a sexual relationship with one of the trainers, which the trainer has denied, and they beat him up. Staged the beat up, and we don't know exactly what happened. If Jussie like punched his own self, or they actually laid some licks on him to make it look real. But either way, it just sounds crazy. Just to get fame. And I was like, fame has to be a hell of a drug, because it's not like he was not famous. He just wasn't A-list or B-list famous. But to go to that route, to go that deep, to trick people, to weaponize racism and bigotry or whatever, just to get famous or more famous or whatever, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, it must be a hell of a drug. I say. Yeah, so he was held accountable for 5 of the 6 counts. And basically, it's so many counts because for every single time he told the story to a different officer is another charge. So for each time he gave the report to 3 different officers. So he's he's guilty on 6 counns.
Okay.
6, yeah, so he's guilty on 6. So I guess it was 3 officers and he told it to him twice. Guess that's how he got 6 counts.
Are you lying, Jussie? No. Are you sure? No. Okay, that counts as 2 for 1 officer.
It's not funny because it is like disgusting that you would weaponize such a serious issue.
Yeah. And guess what's going to happen? And I said this back when it happened. I had a show the year it happened. I held a funeral for Jussie Smollett because I was like, his career is dead. I held a funeral. I had funeral music, and I had I didn't have flowers or anything, but I said a eulogy for him and everything. I was like, he's not going to come back from this. I don't think he will. But the thing is what people are going to end up using, like they use anything when you're black. Unfortunately, when you do one thing bad, like one black person, it counts for everybody. Like if someone black robs somebody, it's like I knew that's how they were. They're always doing these type of things. They're robbing people, they're stealing from people, they're murdering people, all because of one person. Unfortunately, that is how it is. One black person, one black man, one black woman represents everybody. And this right here, this is all they're going to use when accusation comes up. Well, remember that time with Jussie Smollett? He had a hoax back 2 years ago. I don't believe it. You can't believe something like that because what Jussie did. I'm like, that's one person, right? And there may be more, but I don't think it's overwhelmingly more. If other other attacks that may happen to black people, I'm not gonna automatically assume there's another Jussie's episode. But that's what's going to end up happening. And then he doesn't accuse white people. He accused MAGA hat wearers on top of that.
Double whammy.
Yeah. It looks like we got somebody who wants to respond right quick. Hold on right quick. I don't know. Is this anybody on here? I don't see a face. Let me add this person right quick, see if they got anything to say. Okay, who the devil is this up here? Yeah, this looks like nobody up here. So we're going to remove this right quick. I don't know what the hell that was.
That was creepy.
It's still creepy. Okay, yeah, I don't know what the hell that was, but okay. But that's what's going to end up happening. People are just going to use this as an example for every crime that happens. It's like, well, we can't believe it because of Jussie. And this is what he's done to it. You can't accuse MAGA hat wearers or white people of something like this and think you're going to get away with it. And what makes this even worse is like if they put the energy that they're putting into this case to actual murderers, robbers, anybody who's committing crimes, real crimes or hardcore crimes out there, they might actually find the perpetrators.
Exactly. Like the Grim Sleeper. The Grim Sleeper, he was able to do that for all them years, and they didn't catch him until all this time later. So you just think about the resources that he sucked up pulling this. It's disgusting.
I don't even understand what his defense was, though. I mean, if you've looked at any of it, he just made himself look worse because initially he was supposed to look like he got attacked by some random strangers. And these two guys, he's supposed to act like he just doesn't know. I would think that would be his defense. Like, I didn't know these guys. They're lying if they're saying they know me.
Mm.
Well, and I guess, maybe he had nowhere to go because there's pictures of them hanging out with each other and video of them hanging out with each other. But he went even deeper into it and say, hey, I had a sexual relationship with him. You know, I paid them as my trainers. We hung out at the club and stuff. So now it really looks like you're in cahoots.
Yeah. I don't know why he did that. That was just like, now you are giving them the noose to hang you with.
Yeah. Right. Figuratively. But what was my other point I was about to say? They're on video doing the walkthrough. So that doesn't help. They're on video doing the walkthrough. They're the two immigrants. I don't know if they're from Ethiopia. I don't want to say Nigeria. I think they're from Nigeria. They showed them going into the store to buy the nylon rope. And like I said, I don't know how much, and this is, I was talking about this earlier, is like, this is why you're not going to be hired before this happened, why you're not going to be paid more to be a good actor, because you got to do research on your character. You can't get nylon rope and think people are going to believe that. That part was the first sign that this must have been a hoax. You don't use nylon.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had stage makeup on for the bruises.
I don't know. I know there's a video with him talking to Lee Daniels, the guy that helped create Empire, his boss, pretty much. He's like talking on the phone to him in the hospital, and he asks, it looks like a real bruise, but like I said, Hollywood makeup, you can make anything look real. So I don't know.
The whole thing is just cringeworthy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I say. Fame has got to be a hell of a damn thing. I mean, at this point, he's caught. But another way to even say this is a waste of time, from experts I've heard, the most he can get is 3 years in prison. That's the most he can get. What most I've heard say he's probably going to get is probation. And this, if he had just admitted this 2 years ago, we've been done with it. Probation, he would have been served 1 year or 2 years.
Yeah, he would have been off.
He can go, I don't know, go try to do another movie or whatever and then move on.
Learn a different language and, go act in another country.
Yeah, a country that, that probably is pretty easy. Go to a country that doesn't know anything about him. You're right. That probably could have happened. Maybe Australia. Or maybe where his brothers are from. Not his brothers, but those two guys are from. Maybe in Nigeria, they don't know who he is. He was a D-list actor. Yeah. He was a D-list actor at best, I would say.
I wouldn't say D.
D? What would you say? C? Don't say B.
I would say it was pretty big.
You put him where?
In between C and B.
Maybe C plus.
Yeah, okay, let's go with C plus actor. Because he was in a lot of other series that around the did you see what's it called? Underground?
Did see okay. Well, he wasn't.
I mean, he wasn't in the whole thing, but he made several appearances.
Okay.
What else was he? He was in a couple, yeah.
Was his sister on that show?
Yeah, she was the main character.
Okay. That's probably why. And he got like a couple of, like, it looked like his career was climbing really, really well until this happened. So it's unfortunate, that he wanted to jump start it. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to beat the gay Tupac.
The gay Tupac.
Yeah, he was the gay. That you can't get no better than that.
Right.
C plus out there. I need that curve in school.
Yeah, right. You don't tell me about it. I mean, I don't know. I just happened to see a lot of things he was in. So most people just know him from Empire. I just happened to see like all kind of other little movies. Like he was working, So I don't know. This set him back. This definitely set him back.
Oh yeah, he was working. I agree, he was working. I just don't think most people outside of the Empire universe, and I watched Empire, like I don't say faithfully, but I watched it a pretty good.
Yeah, it was a good show. I was kind of upset that they had to pull the show. I'm just like, that's messed up.
Yeah, the pandemic ruined the last season. How it ended, they couldn't record it all because people couldn't be around each other. So
yeah, they didn't know what it was.
Yeah, so that was sad. But
now we got the Omicron. Now we got the unicorn variant.
Oh Lord, the Omicron unicorn thing.
I'm just like, oh, here we go.
That I wouldn't be surprised if he would have used that to probably get some sympathy. Like, hey, I got Omicron. MAGA haters gave me Omicron. He's trying to get some sympathy for that. And then we find some video where his family members were coughing on him and they gave it to him or something like that. Like, I knew we couldn't believe you. I knew it had to be a hoax.
Yeah, it's just, oh my gosh. It's just been a crazy past couple of years. And just these celebrity incidences, I don't know. What's going on?
I don't understand. Why couldn't he just do like everybody else does that tries to get famous that are not even celebrities? Like, I don't know, do that crap where, the girl was licking the toilet seat or licking ice cream and stuff.
I don't even want to think about that. Every time that
was like right before the pandemic. I remember that girl was licking ice cream. I think it was like, yeah, that was right before the pandemic.
That image just, that's so disgusting.
But people do that all the time to get famous. And I mean, it's legal, at least. It's dumb, but it's legal.
Right.
I don't want to know these people, but like I said, yeah, it's legal. Why didn't he just do something like that? Or, I don't know, just jump off a 2-story building. Sure, he would have broke his ankle. It'll heal.
I think he would have broke more than an ankle, but yeah.
He still would have had
Yeah, I get it.
He still would have had a career at least, So why not do that? I mean, that's the way to go nowadays. The guy we were just talking about, the Joel Osteen guy that cursed him out. He could have done that and probably got more fame.
Not enough. He needed to do, he wanted to do a scene like out of an action-packed movie.
Well, then jump off that 2-story building. That would have been filled with action. Maybe death too, but it would have been filled with action. And dead people get more publicity anyway. So yeah, that would have worked in his favor.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think he wanted to be famous here. That was kind of the point.
Well, you can't have everything. Damn. He'll be famous and alive. The hell's wrong with him?
Oh, that is so funny. I just hope, I don't know. I hope he learns that, you just can't get away with duping them. You can't dupe the people like that, especially if it's a real struggle that's going on. These things are really happening. We don't need no boy who cried wolf messing up the progress. And that's just, that's just the bottom line to it. You can't do it. You cannot do it.
Well, I don't even know if that's the most important thing. I think the most important thing is to learn not to have to lie about stuff like that. I mean, because, it's integrity. I mean, he may learn not to do something like this again, but he might do something different that doesn't involve, going to prison or getting probation, but it could be just as bad. If you're willing to, like I said, the fake attack, what else are you willing to fake?
If you're willing to, well, one of my great aunts used to say, if you're willing to cheat, you're willing to lie. If you're willing to lie, you're willing to steal. And if you're willing to steal, you're willing to kill.
All right. There's levels to it, right?
Yeah.
It's like 6 degrees. It's like 6 degrees of separation. Each one is related to the other one. And if he's willing to do any of those things, I don't know how far he would go with anything else. Maybe he would, I don't know, do Gorilla Glue's hair, the Gorilla Girl Glue's hair or something like that.
You never know. You never know what he got planned now. I'm definitely going to be watching to see what he's in, what he comes out with. Maybe he has to just start producing from behind the scenes now. You know,
I almost think, and I seen someone mention that the other day. That's probably a bad joke. But I was going to say, well, he's going to go to prison. That's probably not a bad place for him to go.
Oh my gosh.
Being that he likes guys, I'm just saying, it's not a bad place to go. It'd be like sending a straight guy to a female prison. Yeah, probably not quite. I don't know. Let me shut up.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think he has a boyfriend. So yeah, I don't think he wants to be around all them. Inmates.
That's one of the people that helped him do the hoax. Well, if he has a boyfriend, he must got a new one then. Once he learned about all this information that just came out, he don't got him no more.
Yeah, I think he has a new one.
And just imagine, could you believe him? I mean, if you where were you at last night, Jussie? Oh, I was hanging out with the fellas. Were you really hanging out with the fellas? Yeah. I got this video, man. See, I'm here at the party right side. Like, how can you tell that's real? That's not staged. Oh, okay. I'm gonna come up front with you. It was staged.
Well, that's where every damn relationship. I mean, look, you either trust somebody or you don't. That's what it is. But.
Right. Well, I mean, that's a little different though. He's got connections to make his thing staged. You know, normally people would just tell something. He's got connections. He's got other actors that can actually do the thing for him. He got green screens and cameras and stage crews and sound mics and all this and makeup. Where did that come from? Okay. Actually, I just did a scene with a vacuum cleaner, a killer vacuum cleaner, and and this is makeup right here. You know, this is a movie scene. It was about a killer vacuum. This is all makeup. This is not real or anything. All right, really. And the teeth marks.
A killer vacuum. Okay.
Yeah, killer vacuum got teeth. What do you want from me?
No. I don't think he's going to have to go there. I think he's just going to go ahead and, simmer down. I'm pretty sure he learned his lesson. I mean, I would hope so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna sit down on that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna sit down that last comment I said. All right. Minus that other, I don't know what the hell the other thing that came in earlier. I know people at home can't see what we saw, but somebody had a.
Oh, you mean that little puppet thing?
Yeah. What was that thing that came out a couple years ago that all them kids were afraid of on YouTube?
Was it called Momo?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about. That's what I was thinking of. Like, is that Momo? What the hell is that?
My son was terrified. Like, he was so convinced it was real. Bro.
Being convinced it was real. That was real.
Like, it's not. I done lived through Bloody Mary and Candyman, Light as a Feather, Stiff as a Board. I survived the real stuff.
Right.
Okay. I survived the real monsters.
Mm-hmm. Those stuff was real. These are stuff that's out now. It's just Jussie hoax stuff.
Yeah.
Can't believe they got out now. Okay. All right. So that's the last thing we're going to talk about today. I appreciate you, Alexa, coming back on the show again.
Oh, thanks for having me. I love to be here. Y'all have a good night.
I hope y'all have a good night and join us for the next Thursday of Hostile Therapy. See what we're going to talk about next week. Maybe Jussie will be broken out of prison by that point. We don't know. We'll see.
He ain't going. He ain't
going nowhere. But yes, thank you everybody for coming on the episode of Hostile Therapy and getting some of that, not because you want it, but because you need it. And we'll see you on the next week's episode, Thursday, 7 p.m. live. Peace out.